Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's bLeeK the Sneak, aka bLeeK in a Box, aka bLeeK Obey, and this will be my first video from my series Helping Hands. If you all don't know what that is, check out my channel. There's a video on it, but let's get into this. What you're seeing right now in the background is a gameplay from SavioR. His gamer tag is NJ SavioR. Is a CTF gameplay on Dome of his. If you guys would like to contact him as a player or anything of that sort, his Twitter is @I'm_SavioR. He's a free agent right now, and he mainly runs an AR, and so that will put him in the Slayer category support, and his gamer tag is NJ SavioR. But anyway, let's get to the topic at hand here. Today I'm going to be talking about hypocrites. I've been seeing just a lot of hypocrites around and stuff like that, and I mean, I must say everyone to me is a hypocrite, like not just throughout their whole life, but just at certain points of time. I think everybody has been a hypocrite, and if you don't know what a hypocrite is, it translates to hypocrisy. Please correct me if I'm saying that wrong, because I don't know, I may be wrong. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it said hypocrisy. But hypocrisy is a state of pretending to have virtues, moral or religious beliefs, principles, etc. that one does not actually have. So it's pretty much like, in lamest terms, dumbest terms, when someone says something but they don't technically believe in what they said, or they don't practice it themselves, that would make you like a hypocrite. For example, just a small example, something stupid, off the top of my head. Oh, I hate people who go to the club and then go to church on Sunday. Go to the club on Saturday night, get all messed up and stuff like that, and then go to church on Sundays and try to act all holy and stuff. Well, you'll be a hypocrite if you say that, but then on Saturday we see you in the club, and the next day we see you at church. You'd be a hypocrite because you say you hate people who do that, yet you go and do this act yourself. Now, hypocrisy, it involves the deception of others, and it's kind of a lie if you want to see it that way, because you're kind of deceiving others, saying that you don't really like this kind of person, you don't like when people do this, or you don't like this and that. But then you go do it yourself, meaning you're pretty much lying, because if you didn't like it, you wouldn't do it yourself. And like I said, everyone is a hypocrite in my eyes, because everyone's done that before. You can't say you have never done that before, because it could just be something really tiny, like I can't stand eating peanuts. Then you go eat a peanut one day, and you like whatever it was that you ate that had a peanut in it. Then it's like it kind of creates. It brings out the hypocrite in you. And sometimes it's not really that big of a deal, but at times it could also be a very big deal when it comes to that. And I know in some situations it does become really big. Some situations where it could become big is maybe when it comes to relationships. Just girlfriends or wives, or if you're a girl, boyfriends, husbands, if you're homosexual, whatever, however you swing, you know. But when it comes to relationships, being a hypocrite is not really a good thing, because it can cause arguments, problems within the relationship, so on and so forth. And it's never good to do it, because it shows something about you. Like, you can't do that. Like, it doesn't work that way. Like, for example, within a relationship, oh, I don't like it when you go flirt with other guys, or you do this and that. But then the next day she catches you flirting with other females and stuff like that. That'll definitely cause some really, really, really big problems within the relationship. And no one wants problems within a relationship, right? I mean, that's why you're in the relationship, because you obviously like the person and you want to be with that person sometimes. I mean, some of y'all, I know y'all just want to get in their pants and stuff, but that's not what we're talking about right now. So just try, pretty much before you speak, think about what you say, because you never know who's gonna catch you in the act of what you were just preaching to them, they might catch you doing it. You never know. You never know who you'll run across, when you'll run across them, who talks to who, what's gonna happen, you know? You can never say that. No one can tell the future unless you're psychic, but I don't believe in that shit. Who's really psychic in this world? Anyway, but so just watch what you say to people. Make sure you think about what you're saying, because when you do become a hypocrite, it makes you seem like a douchebag most of the time. Like, it really makes you look bad, and people will look at you like, yeah, this person said this, but then they go and do it, and blah blah blah. And once again, it all just comes back to causing problems you do not want. No one wants these problems. Now, when it comes to Call of Duty, well, there are a lot of hypocrites in Call of Duty. I gotta say it. I'm gonna come out. I mean, I'm one myself, so I can't really talk. But I mean, like I said, sometimes we don't even notice we do it. Like, let me think of an example that relates to COD itself and hypocrites. When people hate on, okay, well, I'll put it in a situation that kind of relates to me. People hate on people who put out YouTube videos and stuff like that, and they're like, oh, it's so gay, you know, I don't see why you put out videos, stuff like that, blah blah blah. But then the first thing they do, like, if they, like, you know, the first thing they try and do is want to get their content out and stuff like that. And then you're like, oh, well, what the hell, I thought it was gay, you know, I thought you didn't like all that stuff, but then you're going and doing it yourself. Or for another example, a big thing that I see on Twitter when it comes to COD is the follow for follow stuff. It's a lot of people who are doing, I've actually been in a party before when this happened. I'm not going to state the people's name, but they start talking all this trash about the people who, there's supposedly been people going around who will post on Twitter, you know, tweet to maybe Sean Abner or somebody who constantly retweets, and they're like, yo, I'll follow anyone who follows me up to 2,000 followers or something like that, right? And then they'll do it, and they'll follow those people, but then maybe a week later they unfollow everyone, and now it's like they got 2,000 followers, but they only follow like 400 people, you know? And people were talking so much trash about the people who did this, which technically to me, yeah, it was fucked up. You shouldn't do that. That's a cheap way of getting followers, because these people still think you're following them when really you're not. But there are people talking trash about those people, talking trash about them. And 3 weeks later, I joined these people's party, and they're doing the same thing. They're talking about, they're like, yo, I'm about to just follow people like that, get me 2,000 followers and whatnot, and then just unfollow everyone. And they really went through with it. And that really just makes you look like an idiot, like you're desperate or something like that. Because why would you do that? Why talk shit about the person, but then condoning the same activities that person just did, which resulted in you talking shit about them? How does that make you any better than the person that you were just talking about? I'll tell you, it doesn't. It doesn't make you any better than that person. And I mean, that right there is a prime example of being a hypocrite. And we don't need those, because it's not going to help us get any further. Hold on, let me take a sip of this here orange juice real quick. But yeah, it's honestly not gonna help us at all. Like, I am a hypocrite. I do it at times. I'm like, oh, I hate people who play dumb challenge gunfights, blah blah blah. But then at times I'll do it, not thinking about it. You know, everyone does it. But the main thing that I would like to say is, preach what you practice, and not the total opposite. Like, don't preach something and practice the total opposite of what you preach. And by practice, I mean don't do the total opposite of what you just said you would not do, or what you would not want others to do. Which comes to another thing: do unto others as you would like done to yourself. I'm not sure if I said that right. It may have just fucked up in my mind or something, but you guys get the concept. Don't do to other people what you don't want done to yourself. Treat other people how you want to be treated. That it all just comes back to being a hypocrite. Because don't have virtues, morals, religious beliefs, principles, and don't practice stuff that you wouldn't do yourself, but if you don't like, because you'll get caught up in it. People will catch you, people will know, and you'll just be known as a hypocrite. No one wants hypocrites around them. No one likes being around hypocrites. Because they'll complain about something, do it themselves. Complain about something, do it themselves. Say they believe in this, but then do the total opposite of what they believe, and it gets very, very annoying. So please, what I have to say to the community is, watch what you say, practice what you preach. That's pretty much it. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this commentary. I hope I did get a very good message across. The person you've been watching in the background playing is SavioR. I believe he dropped 37 kills and 13 deaths here. He is a free agent, so if anyone has teams that need a slayer or a support slayer, hit this man up. His Twitter is I'm SavioR. This has been bLeeK. I'm out.